entertainment buzz.
Hear me told you.
Yo, yo, yo.
What them say? Up to the buzz. We don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the entertainment buzz.
Further on in the buzz.
That is why they part our things. And them searching and searching. Like what just on the clip them away.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes up. Like a flag. Hear me now. So bounty. Dig it way.
Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
Good night and welcome to the entertainment buzz, because you were talking.
Yeah, I was saying welcome to the EBUZZ. Of course, you know, DJ Bones, he is out on vacation. So we have Shamara Preston sitting in. Sham, welcome to you.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Right. I mean, you're always there, but, you know, most times behind the scenes.
Yes.
And of course, tonight you are front and center on the EBUZZ.
Yes.
So big up, of course, to our listeners. And remember, you can follow us on all of our IRIFM social media platforms. Instagram, it's IRIFM_JA. Twitter, IRI_FM. And Facebook, it's IRIFM. Fabulous show as usual.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
Of course, you know, we have our music artist, Gong Royal. We're also going to be talking with Slick Whiteline. Now, once you have a social media, you will get an opportunity to see Slick, and trust me, he is absolutely hilarious.
Definitely.
What's your reaction when you watch his videos, Sham?
Kish, I can't keep a straight face. We can't even sit down because I mean the things he does. I'm all over the place. I live for his videos. I live for his skits. Look forward to them every day, every week. Whenever he posts, I'm on it, all over it.
No, absolutely. And he's so creative. And tonight, of course, we'll get an opportunity
to get to
talk
know
to him and just the genius behind creating these videos, because, yes, you're laughing, you're having a good time, but it's a lot of work.
Yes. Yeah.
And a lot of creative energy.
Definitely, yeah. You know, to keep us entertained all the time. He doesn't have a video that is not entertaining, that is not funny, that doesn't have you cracking up. Everything.
Absolutely.
Every single one.
And of course, you know how we do on the EBUZZ. We talk about issues that are topical. Mm-hmm. So government, again, pulls the plug on the entertainment sector. So we want to find out, was it an honorable move to reopen the entertainment industry, or was it a corrupt move geared to benefit a specific group? Persons are talking on social media. We see the conversations, and we're having the discussion tonight.
Yes, and we'll just get to the meat of the matter.
I mean, we have to. We'll have, of course, local selector, producer, and promoter Badex to take us through that conversation.
Yes, and he is directly affected, you know, by the changes. He's a promoter, he's a selector, he's in the streets. This is his livelihood. So hearing from him, you know, will give us an insight on what's happening, how other promoters and DJs are feeling, you know, how are they surviving amidst the lockdown. No entertainment events, a total
Absolutely.
ban.
And also another question to find out too is, does it make much of a sense to sort of have this on and off thing regarding the entertainment sector? You open for a few months, the cases rise, and then you close, and we repeat. Is it really a solution? Is it fixing anything, or are we just recycling a process that doesn't work?
Let us see. We'll get to the bottom of it.
We'll absolutely get to the bottom of it. But of course, we have to jump into our hot topics, Sham. Yes. Keyboardist Nigel Staff of Rough Cut Band. I know a lot of persons may have heard. He suffered a stroke while at home over the weekend. The good news is he's actually responding positively to treatment. So he's doing well. We also understand that according to a band member of Rough Cut is that they may have to replace him because they were slated to go on tour in the UK with Beanie Man.
Yeah.
So because he's still recovering and, Beanie Man goes on tour, I think it's August 28th.
Yes.
So we're happy that he's responding positively to treatment and he's recovering, and we wish him also a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
And Rough Cut, they have to do what they have to do.
Yeah. I mean, Beanie Man is going on tour. They were slated to go with him. It would be almost impossible, for them to. I know while they want him to get better because he is a part of the band. But, the work continues, unfortunately. So they're just doing what they have to do in the moment. But I know that even when they're there, their thoughts, their hearts, their prayers will definitely be here with him. Wishing him a speedy recovery, hoping that he gets better soon to rejoin the band.
Definitely. No, also in the hot topics, I know you have seen it. Buju Banton, of course, through social media, he's always keeping us abreast with the latest, COVID information. Yes. And new details are that he received a flag on his Instagram for what the platform is referring to as him spreading false information about COVID-19.
Yeah, I mean, we see Buju videos every day. Every time he posts, they become viral. So he's on top of this COVID thing. He really believes it's a conspiracy theory. Instagram, they tend to flag videos, COVID posts all the time. I know that they are, of all the social media platforms, I think they take it, the most serious. So I wasn't really surprised when I saw it, but I was wondering, why no? Because this would not have been the first video that Buju posted. So I was just wondering.
But I would want to see them as in Instagram, keep that same energy as it relates to bullying or racist comments.
Definitely.
Not just COVID, but a lot of persons on the platform suffer from these sorts of negative backlash.
Yes.
So I would really like to see Instagram push forward the same energy that they're showing regarding COVID with other serious issues.
True. Sometimes, I mean, when you go in the comment sections of posts and the things that you see, it makes you wonder. I really don't know how some people do it. Myself personally, I tend to stay away from posting. I tend to stay away from commenting because I don't see myself dealing with that. It is just too much for any one person, especially when, commenters tend to attack people's children because nobody is spared. Nobody.
No, absolutely. And those are things that they should also look at and flag people for those comments, shut them down. Yeah. Similarly, like what you're doing, if someone should put out COVID. False or inaccurate information in your opinion or according to their investigations regarding COVID.
Checkers, that's what they call them, They're
right. So keep the same energy, yes. I would say.
Yeah, true. I mean, as you said, only certain posts will get that attention. And while it should be all across the board, everything should receive the same amount of fact-checked. Can't get away from that.
Now, also in our hot topic, no permits will be granted for entertainment events over the next 3 weeks. I know you were out and about in Negril last weekend. Yes. How do you feel about this though?
The reopening, when my first time out was actually over the weekend, I did adhere to the protocols because at the end of the day, you want to ensure that you're safe. It was really something to experience after being on lockdown for so long and then being able to go out and actually, enjoy yourself. I can't explain how I feel. And then I went to one of the parties, Dream Weekend, and then I came here in St. Anne, and then I went to Linstead, all while adhering to the safety protocols. I saw persons out. I saw the excitement on their faces. I saw, the sense of relief just being out. So I do understand the cries now that they are not able, to do this for another 3 weeks, possibly more.
But did you see any red flags in your estimation? Something that made you felt scared somewhat?
Yeah, because we are humans. Not everybody will adhere to the protocol. So there were times and places that I went to, we made me draw up and say, okay, then I don't understand this. This is a bit much. But I think the responsibility, the onus is on each of us to protect ourselves, to protect the persons around us. We can't say, we know that something is happening. We don't know what it is, so we still have to be mindful of what we are doing. We have to
take the necessary precautions.
Yeah, and then we go home to our families. We have children, children are at home. They're not going anywhere. So if you step out for a minute to enjoy yourself, be careful not to take anything home to your kids, to the elderly, the vulnerable. But I did see some things that, made me say, wow, I did. When I was in Negril, to be exact, I noticed a police officer saying to a patron, put on your mask. You understand? And the person said, boy, I can't breathe in the mask. I do understand this because I wear glasses, and sometimes when I have on my mask with my glasses, it is really hard. But we have to do it. We have to do it. We don't have a choice.
Did you find that promoters in general understood the assignment, regarding executing their events by putting in the necessary protocols to ensure patrons' safety?
I do. Every single party I went to, you had sanitization stations, mandatory mask wearing. They tried as best as possible to ensure that persons, do the social distancing. That was the hardest part. That was where the events really fell down, social distancing. People are party, nobody no wants to stay away from each other.
But look, we knew that from the get-go because music playing, people are drinking, you're out to have a good time, and we understand also the nature of some of these events. Persons are going to want to gallivant and dance together.
Yes. So the social distancing really was where, you look and you say, all right, then this not gonna work. Nobody. I remember going to another party, we went to a specific location and I said to myself, you know what, this is just not for me. And I left. Because
it was too much.
The number of persons there, I just left. When we went there at first, a lot of persons weren't there, but then, people go out and them see celebrity, them want to go with the celebrities there, and I happen to have been across from a celebrity, so I say, you know what, I am stepping away, so I just left the area. And I just went to a space where...
Look at you partying responsibly.
Yeah, not true. But that is what I had to do because, as I said, I have a family. I go home to my family. I come to work. I have to ensure that my coworkers are safe at the same time. So it was just me being responsible. You had to be a COVID test or be vaccinated, fully vaccinated. Trust me, when I say, especially at Dream Weekend, the vaccination was just not working. You had to be fully vaccinated to enter the venue. You had to show your COVID test. This is something I witnessed, prior to getting and you got a ban to say, you are safe before you can purchase your tickets to enter the event. Yeah.
So it was really strict before you could actually gain entry to the events.
Yeah, definitely. That was a standout for me, at Dream Weekend when I saw that, it wasn't sometimes people will make some advertisements and they'll say, oh, you can come and when you go, it's totally different. But
and then there are loopholes.
Yes, but when I went, they asked for the paper, the doctor's certificate to say, you did the test and your test came back negative, or you had to show your vaccination card. I witnessed someone, being half vaccinated, and they said, listen, you have to go do a COVID test prior to being, you know, and then we
in order to gain entry.
Yeah, to gain the band to purchase the ticket or to, you know, redeem your ticket. Either way, you couldn't enter. And also at Dream Weekend, you had to sanitize prior to going into the venue. The other parties that I went to, I noticed that too. You had to sanitize prior to going into the venue. A lot of police officers were at all the parties also, you know. They wanted to ensure that patrons, you know, observe the protocols. The only fall down, as I said, was just the social distancing.
Yeah. Right. All right. On that note, we're going to go for a quick break. When we come back, of course, we're going to go further into our discussion. And of course, like I mentioned, government pulls the plug on entertainment sector. Was it an honorable move to reopen the entertainment industry, or was it a corrupt move geared to benefit a specific group? Stick and stay.
Tile Arcade. If you drive Lucy, we stock toilets, basins, granite countertops, porcelain, tin set, grout, doors, faucets, shower enclosures, glass, blocks, and so much more. Call us 810-9069, WhatsApp 807-8840. The time by Tile Arcade is...
It is 8:49. All right, so welcome back if you're just joining us. It is the EBUZZ on your 107s. We're now about to delve into our discussion, Sham. And of course, tonight we'll talk with Badex, local selector, producer, and promoter. Government pulling the plug on the entertainment sector. Did this come as any surprise to you?
No.
Exactly,
No.
because it has become somewhat of a norm.
Yeah.
And we have seen it. You open the entertainment sector, the cases increase because it's not just opening the entertainment sector, but you also relax the curfew measures.
Yes.
And you see where there's an increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. And subsequent to that, then, you know, you close the entertainment sector only to repeat again the same process.
Yes. I think it was 2 weeks in that a week in actually, we started hearing that, you know, we were receiving double-digit and triple-digit numbers in as it relates
per
to the
day.
cases. Yeah. So once you see that, then you know, okay, something is coming. And the Prime Minister did speak, and he adjusted the hours at that time. You know, he took it from 11 to 5 to 8 to 5. So we knew that at his next press briefing, it would have been altered, adjusted, and I was expecting the lockdown.
But this is what I'm saying, though. Ultimately, government officials, including, our Prime Minister, of course, they have access to the full data, right? They have the information in terms of the numbers of cases. They also have information regarding the availability of vaccines.
Yeah.
Now we know that vaccines are available. Some persons got vaccinated and so forth. But we're talking prior to making this announcement. Was it a situation where he blundered or basically fell under pressure, for want of a better term, just to appease the entertainment industry? Because, or not even say the entertainment industry, did he do it for the people, or did he do it for a specific group? I mean, you don't know, because you already have access to the numbers. You're saying that persons should get vaccinated, but then at the time, the vaccines weren't available.
Yeah, that was noticeable. I think it was to appease the crowd, appease the population, because, you know, persons were saying, we want the entertainment sector to reopen with harder being locked down. So I think it was a blunder, because it is summer. School is out. Parents don't have to get up early to ensure that their children go to school. So with them not having to do that, they're going to party. So once give a man an inch, he'll take a mile, and that's what happened. You know, they were going to do it, and they did it.
They absolutely did, because the reopening of schools in September, it still looks, you know, iffy. Persons are not certain what will happen then, and now we see where there's an overcrowding in some hospitals as a result.
based on the permanent secretary on Sunday, he said, the major hospitals, the large hospitals actually are over the capacity. One hospital is at 165% of its capacity. I read somewhere also where a specific hospital was they were treating patients and then sending them on to other hospitals. So it is a burden. Also, as a parent, I have my child. I want him to go back to school. Online, for me, it does what it can do, but it is not the same
it's
as
not
face to face.
effective.
Yeah. So I really want to see school reopening. That is it for me. That is my wish for September, to see my son back in school, back to learning. As a parent, I find myself literally having to teach because, as I said, online does what it can do, but I have to do even more to ensure that he is where I want him to be. And it puts a lot of pressure on him because when I leave work and I get home and normally you would be at home, relaxing, we start a whole day.
School session again.
Yes, so it takes a toll on him.
And you have to. There is no going around it.
Definitely.
So while we wait for Badex, so he could join us any minute now, Badex, so we can get into the discussion. But it is a serious conversation, and I'm happy that earlier on in the reasoning, Shamara, you were able to outline and thoroughly underscore how you were able to party responsibly.
Yes.
There were things happening around you that you didn't agree with, and you took yourself away from that situation. And ultimately, I'm saying that to say this: we all have a responsibility.
I literally wore my mask at Dream Weekend,
Okay, so I see we have Badex right now. Badex,
What's
welcome
up?
to the EBUZZ, local selector, producer, and promoter.
What's up? What are you doing?
Hi,
We
Badex.
are good. We're hearing you loud and clear as well. So, of course, our discussion right now, we're talking about government pulls the plug on the entertainment sector. Was it an honorable move to reopen the entertainment industry, or was it a corrupt move geared to benefit a specific group? What's your immediate reaction? What's your take?
Well, definitely, it feel like the move that it's a various move. It's something like a setup move because when you open a thing like Dream Weekend and all these big places and then shut it back right after that, something fishy right there. So right there, that time say something fishy, something wrong with that. You feel me? Because if you open Dream Weekend, say a whole heap of people will come out for that event there. And right after that, you have to say Negril of how much cases of corona right after Dream Weekend. So something is definitely not right there. Feel me?
Badex, the entertainment sector opened for a little over a month. How did you benefit from this short reopening?
Well, I didn't benefit in a major way because the time was too short. Very, very short. That's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that.
But realistically, do you think, like you mentioned, it was 3 weeks and the time was too short? Do you think that promoters of large events and different types of events, like the time itself was adequate to say, put together an event, to promote, to organize and execute? Was it a reasonable time frame?
Well, for a major event, it was definitely a short period of time. For somebody to organize a major event is definitely too short because a major event consists of a whole lot of planning, a whole lot of people participating in that. So it takes time. So that was too short for a major event. But some of these name brand events is already out there in the media. So once you say, all right, we'll keep this, it's ready to go. Yeah. People will want to go out, people want to go party. So when you say dream, you don't have to say the weekend, ready. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right, they already have like their clientele and stuff.
Yeah.
But what about the man with the smaller party? Do you think it was enough time for that person?
Definitely not. That's not enough time for a small party. A small party have to go through a more planning, and you at least need 2 months to plan a party for it to go on
because
the right way.
You're also talking about jams and JCAP and parish
Exactly.
council and getting the necessary permits, and then these are not things that you can get, you know, days, weeks in advance. They want you to get it at the opportune time, like close enough for your event. And for smaller promoters, you needed time to promote, to get your thing together.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Because a small event, you at least need 9 days or 10 days before the event. You have to apply for the permit and go through the police station process, where you have to carry the letter to the police station, and then them sign it off and you carry it to jams and parish council and all these places. So it's definitely take out already 2 weeks or 10 days out of your time to get the party organized.
And you know, have an additional step, because with COVID, you have to show that you have the necessary protocols in place to ensure patrons' safety. So
exactly.
Was it really for us? You know, was it really for promoters at large? Was it really for people, the entertainment sector, or was it geared at a specific group? Now that we're having the conversation and outlining and underscoring certain I's and T's, I's that needed to be dotted and T's that needed to be crossed.
Well, I definitely think it's like a setup to me, because once you say party in Jamaica, and we've been locked down for so long, people are geared up and ready to go outside. You feel me? One touch out. So once you say that, you know, you're gonna get the mass crowd and the big crowd them. So once you do that and say, all right, set that up, and you get the crowd out, what is to be said? You just say, all right, blame it on COVID. Just blame it on COVID. Say, yo, that's a spike up the coronavirus, and we have a spike right after that. So how comes you know it's a spike right after all these parties? Did everybody, 2,000, 3,000 people go and get tested right after the Dream Weekend or the big events, or the Suns or all of these things? Does right after that, everybody go test and get a corona test, and you say, all right, you spike to a 2,000 or 4,000 or 400? That is the question we want to know.
No, let me ask you this. Do you think, I mentioned it to Sham earlier, do you think the closing of the entertainment sector when there is a spike and the reopening of the sector when the numbers go down is helping or hurting the entertainment industry?
It's hurting the entertainment industry, because you got a scapegoat right there. You're going to blame it on the entertainment industry right there. It's like a scapegoat business. It's definitely damaging the entertainment industry, because I went to tax office and all these other places, and they're crowded like every day.
Yeah.
So it's not just nightlife causing corona, because the protocols and the curfew measures based on a nightlife situation. So once a nightlife comes in, it seems like you're damaging the nightlife characters and charismatic. You feel me? So definitely it's like a target to the entertainment industry. And me as a major player in the entertainment industry, I don't like that. You feel me? We're taking a major loss right now. So definitely not agreeing with what the Prime Minister has said. All respect due to the Prime Minister, but the curfew measures are definitely ridiculous. Madness to me.
Badex, what is the word on the ground? What are your colleagues saying? How are they reacting to the shutdown, the lockdown of the sector?
Well, basically, my other colleagues, they are furious right now. Furious. A lot of other DJs have live off this. They don't have other means of income. So they're definitely furious about this. Because we think that the sector going to open for us to go back to a normal life, go back to our jobs. We can feed our families and pay our bills. Definitely not something like that. So Yeah, definitely furious about it.
What would you like to see happen though? Because what we know, there is a overcrowding in the hospitals. There was a social media video that shows some patients on the floor at a specific hospital. We hear that there is an increase in the numbers of cases. Knowing what you know and seeing what is happening in the media and hearing about the stories, personally, what would you like to see happen as a solution per se?
For first and foremost, the health care in Jamaica is very bad. Very, very bad. And I think from what we kill Philip, I think them should have already sort out the health care system in Jamaica first and foremost, before we had a pandemic or something to come to say it's a pandemic. Like the Shaggy Foundation, them raise a certain amount of money, and I feel like other people can do all of that and get the health care system more better in Jamaica. Because if you're sick in Jamaica, you go to the hospital, it's more like it's come like a dead house you go to. Especially in my area, Instagram from. If you're sick and something major happens to you, go to the hospital, it seems like you're just like a dead. You feel me? So I feel like that we have to focus more upon that, getting that organized. Then we take it to another step from that level.
I have one final question, Badex. I know that the sector is locked down. I know you have to live. Any plans, any changes, any alterations that you are making to ensure that you are able to feed your family?
Well,
all right. Well,
it seems we lost him.
We've lost Badex, yeah. So, but thank you, Badex. If you're hearing us, thank you so much. I think, Sham, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we have At the Movies with Maisha Browdy.
Have Curmine Plus will remove inflammation from the body. Tanquist is a combination of herbs and fruits to remove toxins and pathogens from the body. Get your Curmine Plus and Tanquist from Havco Herbs and Extracts. 540-8871.
The time by Havco Curamine and Tanquest is
5 minutes after 9. Welcome back to the Entertainment Buzz. As Kishima said when we were going to the break, it's now time for At the Movies with Maisha Browdy.
Lights, camera, action. Hey movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Browdy. Fans of the local reality series 876 Roommates can look forward to another season of exceptional entertainment. The reality show, which follows 15 contestants vying for $1 million as they go through a series of challenges, is going on to its 6th episode in its first season, but has viewers all over the world glued to their screens. Host of 876 Roommates Samantha Brown told At the Movies that the support for the show has been great and plans are already underway for season 2.
Oh my God, it's been incredible. We hooked up with another platform to house 876 Roommates, and the support is just incredible. I do want to thank all the supporters, because without you guys, we wouldn't, have what we need to continue and to bring you guys season 2, because there will be a season 2. We're actually, talking about that already. So we have a lot more coming for you guys. It's not going to stop here. Cashman Entertainment, we're going to be bringing you not just reality shows, but other content as well, just as funny, just as cultural, just as gritty. We're not gonna nice up with things. We want to relate to Jamaicans and even our diasporas. We want to relate to them on a cultural level, bring them back a yard, but they don't want to go buy one party to watch the next episode, something like that.
Host of 876 Roommates Samantha Brown. Still on the movie scene, Bradley James Allen, the influential Australian stuntman, stunt coordinator and actor who was a longtime member of Jackie Chan's team, has died. He was 48. Chan announced his death on his website, saying only that he had passed away from illness. He was working as the supervising stunt coordinator and second unit director on Marvel's Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings up to the time of his death. Allen's credits include successful hits from Solo, A Star Wars Story, and Wonder Woman to Insidious Chapter 3, Pacific Rim, The Adventures of Tintin, and Avatar. It's now time for this week's top 5 movies. At number 5, we have The Hitman's Wife Bodyguard. At number 4 this week is Black Widow. The movie Suicide Squad takes the number 3 spot. At number 2, we have the movie Jungle Cruise. And in the number 1 spot this week is F9, The Fast Saga. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
Thank you there, Maisha, for At the Movies. All right, so now it's time for music artists. Sham, you know, week after week on the EBUZZ, we provide a platform for upcoming talent. I'm sure you know we've had Etana, who is now a Grammy-nominated entertainer, but she started out right here as a music artist, and I think it's a really awesome platform. And this week we have Gong Royal, who will be joining us via Zoom.
I remember when TJ was here as a music artist as well, and look at him now.
So many of them, you know, like it's just like super awesome just to see, you know, them grow into their own, or even say what they are. You know, once they come on and then you ask them, what's your 5-year plan?
Yes.
And you hear them articulate it, and you know, years later, they are executing it, they're doing it, and that in itself is just super marvelous. Gong Royal, welcome to the EBUZZ.
How are you doing? Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, so you are our music artist this week. So talk to us. How did you become interested in music?
I mean, my mother used to have me in the church from my tender age, you know, so I've always had love for the music from them days. So, you know, and I write, I love writing. I used to write stories and stuff like that. So, you know, it just goes hand in hand, you know?
Yeah. So, Gong Royal, what were you doing prior to, you know, taking up music as a career?
Oh, yeah. After I left school, I started in the hotel industry. You know, I used to bartend and stuff like that. I was studying food and beverage. But, you know, the music never left. You know, I always was still doing music on the side.
Yeah. Well,
you're doing music full time now?
Oh, full time, 100%, full time.
Okay. While reading your bio, I saw with the name Bomb Rush, you and your friends. Was Bomb Rush a group, or was it your name prior to becoming Gong Royal?
Well, no, that's definitely a group.
Okay.
Childhood friends. You know, we're coming from the 2nd grade till this day. You know, very close friends. I can't even call them friends. They're definitely family. You know, it's more like a brotherhood. You know.
Yeah.
Bomb Rush for life.
So
yeah.
You know, like looking at the entertainment industry, right? On the outside, looking in, especially for new artists, trying to get that break. You know, you're seeing all the glitz and the glam. Now that you have gotten an opportunity to get your feet wet, what would you say are some of the lessons that you have learned thus far, like hard lessons about the industry?
Hard lessons. Patience. Patience and hard work. You know, I'm not new to hard work, but patience is definitely, you know, you have to plan, you know, strategy is very important, you know what I mean, and not to rush. I can remember a certain time I used to want to drop a song like every 5 minutes, but, you know, I've learned patience, you know, let this one brew a little bit, let the people gravitate to it and stuff like that. So patience, I would say, is, you know, what I've learned.
Also, Gong Royal, you opened for the likes of Buju Banton, Beanie Man, Mr. Vegas. What was that like? Tell us about that experience.
Oh, great experience. You know, very great, especially Buju. Yeah, I'm sorry. Great experience, especially Buju. You know, he took the time out, you know, speak to me and stuff like that. You know, teach me a few things, you know what I mean, about the industry, and, you know, so shout out to Buju Banton for sure, you know, but Yeah, it was great experience. I've learned a lot. I watch them, how they work, how they perform and stuff like that. And, watch the interviews and stuff like that. So, great moments.
How did that Buju Banton connection come about though? Like, how were you able to connect with those dancehall heavyweights?
Well, the thing is, I lived in Virginia Beach for a while. So whenever like major artists and stuff comes to Virginia, most of the times I'm the one that open the shows, for Buju Banton. But, me and Buju have a little history, as I have a brother that used to produce for him. So, when once we spoke and talked to him about that history and stuff, so, we kind of connected at, right before he got locked up that time. So,
yeah. Okay. You spoke about your brother just now, Gong Royal. Are you signed? How you handling the business part of things?
No, I'm not signed. I'm actually independent, very independent. Do everything like I have my team, but other than my team, we do everything ourselves. Bomb Rush, the label is Bomb Rush.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us about your current song that you're promoting.
Okay. Current song is Clarks and Travel Fox. I know growing up in Jamaica, it's like, Clarks, Travel Fox had a big influence. I was born in the 80s and growing up like in the 90s, you see the guys in the community and it was like all about Clarks, the Travel Fox, the Vikings and stuff like that. So, but me personally fell in love with the Clarks and the Travel Fox. So it's like, for me, it was only right. I did a song about it.
Okay. Kishima, funny enough, I was reading Gong Royal's bio, and that was the first time I'm learning about Travel Fox and O'Brien and Lollipop laugh off of me,
I can't believe you said that now. When Siobhan.
Them laugh off of me, because it was, I never heard about it before. So I say, you know what? I'm going to do Fashion Forward this week, What's trending in men's shoe wear? So see the Gong Royal. I got an idea from you.
Really nice song for the females, so you should definitely check it out.
But Gong Royal, what I want you to do, I want you to introduce that song, and DJ Lollipop is gonna play it for our listeners. So give us your Gong Royal style and flavor and buzz it up.
DJ Lollipop. Out and bombing! This is Gong Royal premiering the new single. Shout out to the beautiful ladies on EBUZZ. Giving me this opportunity, all right? Check out the new single, all right? Gong Royal.
No yard man style already, Yo, Korea, go for that thing.
Them little fool that try copy them, fish stop it.
Oh, them. If I no clocks, I'm a travel fox. Them know a yard man swagger that. Lord, if I no clocks, I'm a travel fox. Clean to the bone and the matter that. Lord, if I no clocks, I'm a travel fox. Them know a Bomb Rush swagger that. Lord, if I no clocks, I'm a travel fox. Clean to the bone and the matter that. Lord, fresh clocks white hair. Clean. In a new wallaby. You hear that? Our fresh Natalie. Them a wanna bake and a baby. Travel fox for me fat. Jalla say it look neat, so clean. Some style unique, of all different colors, you know that not cheap.
So the bomber them do it, dog. Fresh clock stepping at the street, dog. So me clean 7 days a week, dog.
Take where them girls skeet, dog.
So the bomber them do it, dog. Travel fox fresh from my feet, dog. So me clean 7 days a week, dog.
Take where them girl. If I no clocks, I'm a travel fox. Them know a yard man swagger that. Lord, if I no clocks, I'm a travel fox. Clean to the bone and the matter that. Lord, if I no clocks, I'm a travel fox. Them know a Bomb Rush swagger that. Lord, if I no clocks, I'm a travel fox. Clean to the bone and the matter that. Lord, me have the white one, the red one, the gold one, the green. Bomb Rush for life, yes, me out with my team. Always about money, me hunting the grain. From me link up with Dogal, you know where that mean. From Kingston to St. Anne to St. Mary. A Bomb Rush for life, yes, them see clearly. From New York to VA to Philly. Fresh player of class from you see me?
Hear that? So the bomber them do it, dog. Fresh clock stepping at the street, dog. So me clean 7 days a week, dog.
Take with them, girl. If I no clocks, I'm a trouble fox.
Yeah, Gong Royal. No, it have a buzz. It definitely have a buzz. Now, earlier in the conversation, Gong Royal, you mentioned that strategy is very important. We can't deny the effects of COVID-19 and what it has done to how it has dimmed the lights on the entertainment industry globally, and specifically in Jamaica. What would you say is your strategic plan to combat all of what is happening, to ensure that your music is heard and you get out there so fans can see you?
Well, online promotion. You have to figure out ways to promote online. Since you can't be in the street like that and do it like the normal way, the way it's normally done. You just have to figure out ways. I can't tell you all my secrets, anyone out there listening, but online promotions for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything.
And just like that, what are
like,
your social media handles for persons listening and want to follow?
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Gong Royal, Twitter at Gong Royal Music, Facebook. Pretty much once you go Gong Royal, YouTube official Gong Royal. Once you go Gong Royal, you can't miss. Okay.
All right.
For sure.
So thanks for coming through Gong Royal music video must say that, and all the best with your career.
All right, I appreciate it. All right.
You're welcome.
All right,
Gong
Royal.
All right.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
I will do. All right. Have a great one.
All right.
All right, cool. Of course, so that's our music artist, Gong Royal. Now we're going to go to Fashion Forward with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop for What's Popping.
Catch a bounce.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
what's hot and what's not,
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion. This week we talk men's footwear, finding out what's hot.
Clarks right through for me, every day, all day.
Lollipop, not everyone is into Clarks. So we asked Dewey, owner of the Shoe Factory, an online-based store located in Kingston, for the 411. Dewey, tell us, what's trending for men? What are they rocking?
Right now, for male, Air Force, Clarks, and kickers. Them shoes I can rock with anything, man. Sneakers I wear more than slippers.
But right now, all shoes gone back in, because they see we get locked down back again, so the shoes them gone back in. If you cowboy, take them up again.
So do we, how men can care for their shoe?
From you go out and come back in, you just clean off your shoes, make it dry, and put it right back in the back. From you wipe it off and it dry, good, man.
As so much box you go over your yard, you just get a sweet cleaner or a clean piece of cloth and damp it and wipe off your shoes and put them up. And you buy a sneaker cleaner, a little foam something there.
All right, you can reach the Shoe Factory at theshoe.factory on Instagram, or call or WhatsApp them at 880-5814. That's it for Fashion Forward this week. I'm Shamara.
And I'm DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
All right, thank you there, Shamara. Doubling up with the duties, and DJ Lollipop for Fashion Forward.
Yes.
All right, so of course we're gonna go for a quick break. When we come back, guess what? We're gonna be talking with Slick Whiteline. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, yo! It's Bounty Killer in the building, checking out
the #1 station.
Kaboom!
All right, welcome back. It is the EBUZZ. If you're just joining us, Bones is off on vacation, so of course we have Shamara in the building. Hi. And of course I'm here as per usual, Kishima. So we're hoping to open the phone lines a little later on, Sham, to give them an opportunity to interact with us because it's been a minute. But right now, it's all about Slick Whiteline. He is a Jamaican comedian, actor, YouTube and TikTok creator, host, entrepreneur, and upcoming artist. Like we mentioned before, if you have a social media account, if you have your smartphone, and Slick Whiteline will make you laugh, something wrong with you. Something wrong. Slick Whiteline, welcome to the EBUZZ.
Blessings, EBUZZ. You know the thing, for you, some face and some big belly over my waist, a Slick Whiteline. What's up? What's good?
Well, we are good, and we see that that you're great as well. Thank you so much for taking time out to join us. We're just gonna jump right into it. You're currently one of the most hilarious social media comedians, and you're creating waves online with your creative content. How did this comedic journey online started for you?
All right, so basically it started by me trying to entertain myself. I mean, I used to have a commercial business, a cleaning company business over in Atlanta, Georgia. But last year when the pandemic hit, it kind of gave me an uppercut on one part. So I have to go easy in my house and chillax for a little bit. And boredom started me and I start make video for entertain myself. You understand? And when I make the video them for entertain myself, now I post them up, I'm feel like I'm just notice that people start taking on to them. You see me? I'm gonna get my first 1 million view over Facebook. And I say, no, that's something serious. Like I can try for that something for real. So from this I just keep on posting, and the people them just love it.
Wow. And you know what, Slick, whether it's an ad for a business or a party or just a video for comic relief, it takes great talent to be able to cut, paste, and add humor in a creative way to just about anything. We know that it's not easy, we are content creators ourselves, so we understand it. But we want you to share with us your creative process as it relates to finding everything, because something could happen like this and Slick is on it. Do you have a team? And talk to us about the genius behind the comedic videos that you post.
All right. It's just everyday life, Kashima. Everyday life. So basically, me as a man, I love the internet. As I tell you, when they are foreign, we're boring. So most of the time, we're in our phone. And we always scroll on the gram, say everything we add, like how everybody say everything we add. You understand? I would just have our style for if we can twist it up and deal it the right way. You understand? Our style of comedy, I want different type of something. You see me? When I go to the corner joke, our joke them, anybody can laugh or fight. The older man, the little pit of them, the thugs them, on the lane, everybody like our joke them. So I just the style.
Definitely. Slick, sometimes your videos can be brutal to say the least. You ever ruin a relationship because of one of your videos?
When you say ruin a relationship, what do you mean? Like,
so a relation, you and one of the persons that you've made fun of.
No, remember say me was a nobody, So and I like say when me start the comedy and them thing, most of them artists never know me. Yeah. You understand? So since me start the comedy now, them know me and reach out to me. So no one say me ruin the relationship. Okay. But do comedy and I end up get calls for forward up in a video. Now me then I acting video I go out with myself and I trouble acting and him see me. So no one said no man, not like that man. Okay. People like Ramesh. Yes. Me trouble Ramesh right through all night joke. And Ramesh called me personally and said, "You, me not tell a lie. You're one of the hardest working comedian. You're bad." That's how it go.
And as Shamara mentioned that, Slick, because you have gone after even some of dancehall heavyweights. And when I look in your comment section, right, they're there commenting, laughing with you, even though you're poking fun at them. How are you able to manage to generate that respect? So even though it's a funny video, it's making fun at somebody, but they're still able to laugh at themselves and not pre you in no type of way.
All right, listen, remember it's a laughter are the best medicine, or in this case that's a laughter the best vaccine right now. Now watch what them are going with them something. They're the best vaccine. So first of all, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. So I see all the comedians them take on to the rappers them join the rappers them and call out the rappers them, and me not see nobody a fight, me not see nobody a cuss. It's just love and joy, isn't it? Yeah. So even if me get up today and me call one artist name and him even feel a way about it, I am 100% sure. Say tomorrow when I do the next skit, him good again. Cause I'm busy a laugh after that one day. So it never stop.
Did you on your bio on Instagram it said that you are an actor as well, and you're Jamaican and you're into comedy. Did you watch or were you inspired by any of our greats?
Yeah, man, watch. Remember, I'm telling you, say, from Jump, he's a big fan of comedy, So, all of them, from the big name to the small name. See me? From
in one of your latest social media posts, there is no coming back from that. Literally, when I watched it. But is this a friendly feud or something is brewing?
No, man, not bro, man. We don't have no beef. Can't go beef when we have so much at stake. You see me? So it's just a friendly thing, just a friendly beat down. You see me? The place is bored now. Say, we just come to a neutral agreement and so we got out of a place. Because the artists them not out of a place. So let the comedian them do it. And we did do it because we take over the whole night.
Yeah, you did. That you did. Do you have a team though? Because I don't want you to downplay the genius behind what you do, Like the information is fresh off the press. It could be something hard news or just something from entertainment. And just in the snap of a finger, Slick Whiteline will have this information in comedic fashion, fine style, proper edits, and video flowing smooth, no jumps or nothing to throw off the viewer. How are you able to do that so quickly? And do you have a team?
Listen, my role solo like the man for the pole, If you not see me alone, I'm me and my wife.
True.
And that's it there. So that is my team. Pick up the MBR boss too. You know the thing go.
So Slick, what does the rest of the year look like for you?
The year bright, Trust me. The rest of the year bright. Wally pass something. This coming Friday, may I release my first single.
Okay.
It's a collaboration with me and one bad artist over here in Atlanta named Blizzy Italian. So my first single I release this Friday is called Slim versus Fat.
Okay.
So very comedic.
It's a comedic song, yeah.
Yeah, full of vibes, full of flow, very comedic, but and even though it's comedic, very nice quality song, same way. Can come run the place too and done the place too. You know the thing go.
Okay.
Also, me appear in a Spice new video this Friday. She have a video drop this Friday.
Friday, you're a day, man.
Yeah, come like my band for a Friday.
Friday, you're a day. Everything on Friday.
No, Slick, you seem to wear many hats. Artist, actor, comedian, promoter. Which
Whiteline hat.
Which area do you prefer the most?
It would definitely have to be the comedy side. And I may have two reasons. I love to laugh. Like me is just a clown. I love laugh and comedy I pay the bills right now. So you have to choose that. You see me?
Did you ever imagine that you would be earning just from doing things on social media and comedy, paying your bills that kind of way? Because you go from entrepreneur to comedian,
Right. Never in my wildest dreams may I pray that. Never. Trust me. It's a dream come true for say I'm getting paid to do something that I love. So that's why I have to tell every time I go on an interview, I try to tell all of the ghetto youth them this. Once you have something going and once it's positive, don't feel to turn on your phone and video yourself. You never know what happens. Trust me. Take it from Slick Whiteline.
Any plans to reopen the business though, Slick?
Yeah, man, the business are going to open up back in the future, man. But for now, that's something I go on. What if I entertainment?
Yeah.
And you know what? You kind of alluded to it a little bit, but you know that in this day and age, you still have a lot of persons who are afraid of the social media platform. Them don't feel like them can trust it when you still have a lot of persons who are earning
from it
6 figures and huge money from the social media platforms. What would you say to those persons who are kind of afraid to embrace the technology and the way forward?
But why would they be afraid though? It's a new wave. And if you don't jump on it now, you have to jump on it eventually. So might as well just do it now. Yeah, it's just like couple years ago, me just say, oh, I wouldn't go on Instagram. But me eventually me have to catch the wave until I run the wave. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just do it, man. Once it's in your brain and you feel like you have an idea, trust me, just do it. You never know what happens.
We currently have some reality series for, you know, social media influencers, comedians like yourself. Any of those shows the producers approach you, and do you have any deals with corporate Jamaica, you know, soon?
All right. Well, you said the reality, you're talking about 876?
Yes, and Social House. Anybody? I mean, season 2 coming. Anybody approach you to be a part of any of them?
From jump, I remember me and the man, you know. I'm say that humbly, you know. So from jump, them I'm one of the first person approach. But you know, we have other things in the pipeline, so we couldn't go forward with that. You understand? Yeah, and then you know, right now the digital commercial them right now we are running out Jamaica, me same way. So you know, we are doing it.
Yeah,
we are doing it, man.
And as you mentioned, even commercials for corporates, you have found a unique way how to fuse those ads with skits that make it, you know, so brilliant. Was it difficult when during that conversation with corporate, or did they allow you the creative leg room to basically, you know, produce everything in totality? Because you know how some corporate companies are.
They put it this way, them see my talent, them love my talent, and them just say, yo, just be yourself, enjoy yourself. Because that's the best way you can get it out of me, understand? Yeah. By me enjoying myself.
What's next for Slick Whiteline? Will we see you on the big screen anytime soon?
Most definitely, man. Right now, we are working on series. We are working on a move. Oh, what is something? I didn't want to say 40, 39.
This is the EBUZZ. You have to talk to me, man.
Give it to Area FM
First of all, you should have taken your song. You should have taken your song to premiere on the Buzz. You didn't take it, so you have to give us all the exclusives with Slick Whiteline.
Yeah.
I mean, it never too late. You get the song, man. The song I dropped this Friday, people. So everybody tune in. Slim versus Fatter. That we are doing right now. We are focused all of the attention on that song here. First, Slick Whiteline official single, the first single. So we're gonna hear what go on.
Okay. All right. We're looking out for the single, definitely. And you know, we see in all you do, you always big up your partner. We see her through your social media platform. How important is family to Slick Whiteline?
Very important. I ever think of them, one hand can't clap. You see me? And every king need a queen, you see me? And we can go on and on with more things. But yeah, man, you can't, make no sense in this day and age. You can't make it by yourself. You see me? You always need that significant other for balance the thing. You see me? So, yeah, my wife is very important to me. Big up yourself, baby. Love.
All right.
We couldn't have Slick Whiteline, Sham, and not put him on the spot for him to give us a drop for Irie FM. In your comedic style and fashion.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, good. From the my face and some my big belly, I'm going to wait to know a Slick Whiteline. All right, now, we are representing for Irie FM, the EBUZZ, and the Big Buzz. Good.
All right, Slick. Before we let you go, though, you have to give our listeners your social media handles. Them have to follow you.
All right. Which part to follow me? Instagram, Slick_Whiteline. Facebook, Slick Whiteline. TikTok, Slick Whiteline. Basically, Slick Whiteline all over the place. For email, teamwhiteline@gmail.com. If you need to link up management team, you can call them via WhatsApp 404-955-8390.
And we know that you're hosting a lot of parties as well. Where can we see you next?
Next, I will be in where will I be? In Tampa. In November. Because I'm trying to slow down the hosting events. Even though I get a lot of hosting events, but I'm trying to slow it down. So I'll be there in November the 6th. Yeah, Tampa. Yeah.
All right, Slick Whiteline, thank you so much for talking with us. All the best. And, you know, the possibilities are endless. You're super talented. You were born for this. And I can tell you, man, look, I can just go through your videos and it's crazy laughter.
Right, true.
Yes.
Before I go, me big up, because I don't want father for this. I don't say Mama Dana listen, so I want big up Mama Dana, big up my father, big up my daughter, the whole of standpipe ever hype. They don't know Ligani, and there's some rep for One Uptown, Zane. I just want to big up everybody up at that part there, you see me? ATL me there, you know the thing go. Kashima, Shamara, EBUZZ, big up for yourself.
All right, thank you for coming on.
Love.
All right. Of course, that's Slick Whiteline. If you're not following him already, be sure to follow him via social media. I am telling you, he is hilarious. Trust me. Very, very creative. So, on that note, are you ready for the Guinness top 10 charts?
Yes.
So, let's do that. Courtney Mack and DJ Brian.
All right, so let's recap the chart for this week. Coming in at number 10, Different Type, Massacre.
Number 9, Tentic, Roll Deep.
Number 8, Run Run, Shensia.
Number 7, Hostage, Alkaline.
Number 6, Chopper Chop, Governor.
Number 5, Intense, Yahoo Boys.
Number 4, Spy, Shaggy, Sean Paul, Go Down There.
Number 3, Massacre, Special.
Number 2, Ritical, Chosen. One of them ready for the number 1 song for that.
That's it, oh.
Coming in at number 1 for the very first time on the Guinness IRFM Dancehall Top 10 Countdown, we have a brand new number 1 song from Ireland Records. Keeping it, Lolly. Number 1.
Go ahead, night.
You know these
Alright.
Me like him real bad.
My mouth, it can't slip. My face, and yes, I'm no boy ride it. You wanna leave me name, girl, I man,
them little fool that try happy them fist.
Bad man, that never go low. That them I talk to like this, you a show. But tell you a story, just miss me, you know. I was a night, me a sneak feed. Hey, Rufus, down the street. Keisha, the yaman, well wanted. She promised, me ever need it. Guess what? I'm a SpongeBob thing. I'm a Scooby-Doo thing. Chuck up your is a Pikachu thing. Yeah, don't play with your ball and thing. Just pass in my mouth. It can't slip. Yes, in my face, it cannot.
All right. Thank you so much, Courtney Mack and DJ Brian, for the IRFM Dancehall Charts recap. Now, Sham, you want to open the phone lines?
Definitely.
We have to open the phone lines. It's been a minute since we have, spoken with our listeners. And me not lie, Irish listeners, they're absolutely dedicated. And especially, since we're celebrating 31. And imagine 31 years, number 1. You're talking about some truly loyal listeners.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So let's give them the opportunity to come on through. The numbers to call are 974-5051, 974-5053, 974-5079, and 618-0352. So, Linkwe
and talk. What do you want to talk about when you call in? So many things has happened.
Yeah.
We're back on lockdown somewhat. No parties. And then also when we really look at it, like churches can have a capacity of 50.
Yes.
For me, I thought that number was too large, especially given the data and the information that we've gotten, overcrowding in our hospitals, for one, and 2, you're shutting down other areas and utilize the online medium. You utilize the online platforms. Put that number back at 10 where you had it initially, because you are talking to the nation, to the country about the seriousness of this. So looking at 50, and some churches, 50 is a full house.
Definitely, yes. And it is no different from really going to a party. I mean, when you go to church, everybody is greeting everybody. It is the norm, So once you get to that stage, then you don't know what can happen. And 50 is a lot of persons.
It
when
is.
You think about
it is a lot.
Yeah,
it is a lot. So it is interesting that other areas were cut. Some for instance, we see where funerals are down to 30.
Yes.
A capacity of 30. Bars and so forth, they're locked down in totality.
Yes.
So too the entertainment sector. But if you really want people to understand the seriousness of what is taking place and looking at the data that you have and knowing what you know, that a large percentage of the population is still not vaccinated, and you're trying to get people vaccinated, but in the same breath, churches have a capacity of 50.
Yeah, and that number,
you can't overlook that.
It wasn't reduced at the last on Monday. It was 50 prior to Monday, and it remained at 50.
Because there is still a way how to do it. You can promote online service.
Yeah. Yes, you can. And I know churches prior to the increase, they were having online service and they were complying with the rules, and it worked. So you have to cut from everywhere. You can't cut some places and you leave some places, where they were. I think we have a caller online, Kish.
All right, buzz through caller, you live. Hello. Hi, good night. Hi, good night.
Yeah, Kashi, man.
Yeah, man, walk on.
Wake up, Brownstone, your boy Froggy's on the radio.
Oh, hi, Froggy.
Big up to Froggy, big up to Brownstone.
Hi, Froggy, what's up?
What do you want to talk about tonight, Froggy?
Some of those they are calling for the program for a long time. We not touch it here, man.
A true man.
FM on the staff, them from the security, everybody who are there, you see.
Yeah.
So big up yourself in our house, yeah.
And big up yourself too, Froggy. I know you probably have some big ups. Anybody you want to big up?
Yeah, I want to touch up in our Orange Hill. Big up the whole of Orange Hill, Lower Box, Middle Box, Mirror Road. Big up to all of my fans, them, all of the listeners, them, foreign, all over the place. Big up Formula, Sadie, Dippy, the whole world, Leon, Charlie Salvasa, PN Overton. I don't know. Big up my mother who dead and gone. Big up my father, Jeffrey. There's some two-side of family. And big up to all the ladies them in our world. Big up everybody. Yeah, Tristel, Charlton, Alva, the whole world. Big up. Everybody who know Froggy. Big up. Big up to our FM staff them again.
All right, thank you, Froggy, on behalf of the Irish staff, and big up yourself too.
Yeah, love you and my family.
All right, Froggy.
All right, big up Froggy, big up to Brownstone, big up to Orange Hill, and we know the people them in Brownstone in a sham. When them listening to Irie, the radio have to load, the speaker boxes have to turn up, and we absolutely love that. Let's take this one. Buzz through caller, you live.
Good night, caller.
Okay, I'm sorry, you have no credit left. If you feel you have sufficient funds, please press 1.
So, Kish, several of our entertainers will be honored on EBUZZ Day this year. Lieutenant Stitchy, for one, the Mighty Diamonds, Ernie Ranglin, and Aston Barrett. They'll be honored with awards from the Governor General at this year's ceremony. It is good to see that we have a wide pool, because I know the Mighty Diamonds, they're a different genre from Lieutenant Stitchy, and then we have Ernie Ranglin. So the pool is wider, the entertainment pool is wider this year. What do you think about that?
It's always a great inclusion to have members of the entertainment industry be awarded. And you mentioned Ernest Ranglin, and he's getting the highest honor among the entertainers.
Yes.
He will be bestowed with the Order of Jamaica, OJ, for his exceptional contribution to the development and internationalization of reggae music. So it's always a good look. Everybody wants to be acknowledged, for the work that they're doing.
Definitely.
And especially to be acknowledged by your country, for doing music, and just the gratitude, that sort of gratitude, I am sure is is overwhelming and it's appreciative. And I think it is something that also other members within the entertainment industry, they strive towards receiving these types of accolades. And it also will give them a sense of pride and accomplishment that, you know, you are doing well and you are achieving.
Yes.
You know, so it's really great that it's vast and it includes a wide cross-section of areas in Jamaica.
Definitely. I think we have another caller online. Hi, caller. Good night.
Buzz through calling live.
Good night. Welcome to the Entertainment Buzz.
Good night. Sorry, I probably some of listen to radio, man. The echo, but
Turn off your radio, man. Listen to your phone.
I did. Bang, bang.
Awesome. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Simon. I call from Kingston.
Simon from Kingston. Simon, what do you want to talk about?
Well, similar to what I've heard from on the topic, what about the lockdown back into it? I'm hearing it upon it all night. So, you didn't know, say, it got spike again because it was predicted. And the crowd and the people, them not really, I believe in the thing for true. I don't know all them believe say something named COVID. See, that's the man that tell bro God on the internet say, him could have stopped him from going to Polo. That's bro God have to go for the man and then him say, yeah, you're right still, but it's how you do things. So how them do things, why the country are locked down back?
Yeah.
So you're blaming basically your fellow citizens for being irresponsible and careless in with regards to how they are treating the situation.
Frank, you could go blame your mommy. I blame them that it wet now. Come on, Polo. The old people them in a them mask. Some of them as old as them there. Them say them now take the COVID and them mask upon them. So other them are bringing the thing and them are travel. Other young one them can move about and do it, and them should be more responsible. Because if it come over and over again, you sit down and you hear it happening in England, you hear it happening in bigger countries that have more resources than these countries.
How about you, Simon? Are you already vaccinated?
You know, I was on the campus of the UWI there yesterday. And I was going to get it, you know, but I'm kind of depend on some different medications. Some never want to go, I'm here say it make you kind of drowsy and put you back in a little fever. So I could have take on that no more sickness and my little thing when I have on there. But as soon, I'm sad because right there, the blitzing was happening. I'm more on my protection. Instead of lay down on the bed or hook up to the machine.
So what would you say to your fellow Jamaicans? Now you're on one of the biggest platforms ever, and you know, what do you want to say to them?
Well, if the Prime Minister can't talk to me, you know, and convince you, you know, for the World Health Organization, I can just only go ahead with the Prime Minister and the proper and the relevant authority to say, just try to follow the protocol a little more, you know, because if we are going to do so, and it's nice when we can lock into, you know, and get the correct, but how we are going to progress while the rest of the country progressing, and now, by the time we come out of these lockups, so you really have to get it if you have to go first world. And it takes time closing in, you can't access certain things, you can't do this without the passes, without the ticket for sure, say you've been tested. So, be more careful, Jamaica, and try to follow the protocol. And I come, where I tell you, say, stay in your yard, where I come give you COVID, you know. You have to stay in your yard. And that, no, we have to stay home, stand in your yard, protect yourself and protect your loved one. If you really want to see your country prosper and live a future for this place, I guess.
All right, Simon.
We can't do no more. Because we're going to pay them for evil brain and try and it just kind of really have it a snag and not really move fast enough. So it would have up to them to take up to themselves to decide them are going to protect themselves, people, and follow the protocol.
All right. Thank you so much, Simon, for sharing. We wish you all the best. You know, get well soon.
I guess. Thanks again. Wait, but can I make a quick big up first?
Of course, Simon. Do your big ups.
All right, I want to big up the whole of the RFM family. Come on, them vexes me. All them big ups are GT, Matrix, MC See Teddy, big up yourself, boss. Mac, DJ Wayne, DJ Sunshine. I give him a look up, Marian, Christopher Martin, Agent, and Roger, and Dr. Taylor, and Dr. Clive. And the other day, I offer you, I say, Ras IRV, because Muta had said, them are going to offer you. So I look out for Muta with my camera, Muta wasn't there. Sad to say. Big up yourself, Muta. Enough respect my boss, man. DJ Wayne. And all the rest of the IRFM family. If we left nobody, Lady Renee, you're slow. Sorry, and DJ Boy. Enjoy your vacation, both the man. Positive vibration. Keep the vibration, boy, and come back soon. Simon,
all right, Simon.
Portland, Barbican. What place? Pick up on yourself. I'm out.
All right, Simon. Thank you so much. What a whole heap of big ups.
You know, Kish, as he spoke, something came to mind. You know, we were talking about, you know, the protocols and the number of persons that are allowed in any one space. But there's a popular supermarket here in Jamaica. You know, when you go there, trust me, I just can't describe it. It literally causes traffic. The amount of persons, the number of persons.
So no protocols are being observed, you're saying?
No, it can't be observed. Too many persons are there, and they are allowed. I mean, it's a big enough space, but it's just too much.
Too tight. Let's take this caller and then dissect that in a bit, Sham. Buzz through, call you live. So we're talking about government pulls the plug on the entertainment sector. Was it an honorable move to reopen the entertainment industry, or was it a corrupt move geared to benefit a specific group? What do you think?
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I think that wasn't a good decision because, you know, you have the COVID is climbing before they decided to open up the entertainment sector. So I think that wasn't a wise move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you know, because another thing again, I want to say that he's saying in the nighttime, you know, he's doing like the 8 to 5. I don't see where that really helps, you know. It needs something for in the daytime because in the daytime, everybody just crowd up, you know, the supermarket, you know, taxis, just basically everywhere. Everybody no social distance, most places no mask wearing because you're going to some place, just 1 and 2 people in their mask in public places, you know. So, you know, I don't know, you know, the people they need to do the right thing too, you know, by try to just do the right thing, try to help out, you know, because we know what we are up against right now. So, you know, the people, you know, we have to do the right thing, like social distance, mask wearing, sanitizing, you know, and try to, you know, if you don't have to go anywhere, you don't really go, you know, because that's what really, you know, causing the breakout right now, this crowd, you know, because in the daytime, if you look at it, you know, everybody just doing their normal thing, you know, like COVID and keeping. So
and Badex,
have to realize what's going on.
Selector Badex, producer and promoter, during his interview, he highlighted that he believes as well, caller, that something should be done in the daytime because he would have observed, you know, overcrowding at some business places, and you know that is basically still causing the spread equally. But we have some 2 minutes, 3 minutes remaining. Anybody you want to pick up real quickly?
Yeah, man. Big up my mother, you know, Waterford, when Leslie. Big up Miss Junie Walker, Darliston, Westmoreland. Big up Sister Michelle Whitelock from Line Gate. And all the Westmoreland people, them Top Road, Highgate, Caledonia, Whitson, Savlaman, Negril, the whole of Westmoreland people, them. Big up on yourself. Big up in Copper, Garnet, and Palmerland.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, all right. Respect, Kishima.
All right. Give thanks. All right. We have 2 minutes remaining. You know, so Sham, with that 2 minutes, just to do our credits, a big thank you, of course, to Slick Whiteline, who came through. A big thank you also to Badex and our music artist, Gong Royal.
Yes, and a special thanks to Vivian Stewart. She assisted with the production of the program. Our technical operator, DJ Lollipop. DJ Kemo is here also acting as our studio engineer. Our telephone operator, Trishana Marsh, and the man keeping us connected, Peter Broadbow. And a special thank you to you, Kish, for having me tonight.
Girl, stop it, as if you're a guest. No, but it was truly a pleasure. It was really nice to have you. Bones is off on vacation, so, he'll be returning soon.
Yes.
And that's our time. You can catch us for the EBUZZ every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm Kishima Francis.
I'm Shamara Preston.
And guess what? Muta Baruka is up next with a cutting edge. We out.